G'day everyone and welcome to episode 1 of my career in Stormworks. Yes, I'm doing a career in Stormworks and I finally bit the bullet and grabbed it. I've been looking at it for quite a few years now, and I think it's about time. We are here on this island. This is our island. We've got a hangar there, a runway there, and a boat dock there. We're obviously not going to start with aircraft at the moment, but we will eventually be building ourselves a helicopter as well as a whole pile of other stuff. Now, what we're going to do initially is I've got, if I go into load there, you can see that I've been fiddling with many boats. I've made a skipper. I've made the Prophet, which is the very first ship that I made, and then I've done a bit of a repaint on the Prophet and just called it Prophet 2 for now. So if you guys can think of a better name for that ship, let me know. So we are going to the first thing that I want to do actually is I want to just change some colors on. I just want to change the colors on top here before we head out and do a. Just want to go in there and there and there like so. We'll get that. I probably should have put mirror on and stuff. So I've built this boat from scratch. Basically, it was the very first boat that I built. I haven't really made any changes to it, other than when I was streaming this the other night or the other day, sorry. And I added a winch to the back there, which you can see sitting there. But I will show you around my boat in a minute, and you'll be able to see what's going on with it. Hang on a sec. Let me just paint that up there, and I'll leave that at that. No, I'll just paint those two as well. There we go. Lovely. I think that should be okay. I'll put some tires on the side and stuff. I did have to apparently the flatter the hull, the better the boat, the more stable the boat is. Now with this first one that I built, it's not really that stable, so I had to add myself a keel to that, and that stabilized it very well. I've got two props running from one engine in here. And we'll get on the boat in a second, have a squiz, shall we? Let's just save that off now that I've painted it and spawn this boat. There we go. I have done a couple of practice jobs and stuff. There's my boat right there. And I'm going to make a running leap and land on here and injure myself greatly, as you can see. All right, so that's a fuel relief. This is a refuel point here. I've got a winch sitting on the back. I haven't tested it out. I've got winch out and winch in there. I've got a diving equipment there, and I have found a cave that I do want to explore a little bit. I've got a defibrillator right there. I've got some hoses for refueling, welding torch, fire extinguishers and first aids, underwater welding torch, and then I've got a couple of flashlights up there so they recharge. I've got rope down there. This just gives me access to the engine. If the engine catches on fire, then that gives me access to the engine there. She's a bit tied up the side here. On the front, down here, I have a bed, and I've got my batteries here. I'm sleeping next to my very acidic batteries. I've also got a fuel pump, a fluid pump there. With a liquid meter there, and yeah, so I will eventually. I've got a bed in here so that we can sleep, but I will eventually sort of deck this out a little bit. I had to put a ladder here to make sure that I could get out, because when I tested it out, I couldn't actually get out of there. So there you go. So let's pop down here and head onto the bridge here. As you can see on my bridge here, I've got some circuit breakers there, which are all on. I've got lights sitting up the top there. I've got the throttle there, the fuel gauge there. You can see we've got 2,717 litres of fuel, a clutch, a reverser right there, an autopilot that I haven't set up yet. I've got some interior, some deck lights, some spotlights, and some backlighting for the gauges. As you can see, our gauges are engine temperature, speed, and RPS, and then that's our starter there, and this is our helm. So let's start by having a look and seeing if there's any jobs, rescue jobs that we can do here. This boat requires servicing the ocean. We cannot actually do that, unfortunately, because I don't have a fuel tank on board with the ability to transfer fuel over as well. Looks like there's extreme weather coming in through there. So yeah, I can't actually do that. I can repair the boat, but I can't refuel it and I can't recharge it. So that's probably no good for us. I can't really find anything else out here. So what I can do is we can jump in the boat and we can have a little bit of a snooze for a day. And as I said, it gets a little bit hard going up those stairs there. Let's open that. Let's jump down here and we will snooze for the night. Right here. And snoozy, snoozy, snoozy. Right until the next morning. There we go. And we'll jump out of bed. Oh, I can never see where I'm going. I'm always looking at the ceiling there. Okay, let's hop up and hope that the water's a whole lot calmer this morning, isn't it? All right, so for those of you that don't know Stormworks is where you build your own vehicles, boats, helicopters, planes, submarines, anything that you can think of engineering and building, you can build in this. It can get very, very technical to get things working and stuff. When you build a boat, you've got to make sure that it's all balanced and that it can float and stuff like that, as well as putting your engine in and wiring everything up in the engine. So really, really exciting. It's about you've got a full creative mode, but also in career mode, you've got a career mode, and you can go out and do rescues, make money, earn money, build better vehicles and stuff, do jobs. You can do rescues, you can do boat servicing, you can go and buy fuel from one place and sell it at another for a profit. You can put out fires, you can do bushfires, you can do pretty well anything. So it's pretty amazing and pretty open world. That is there. What's this up here? There is a property for sale. Transport red cabrio at Terminal Komodo to Komodo Terminal parking lot. A red cabrio. I wonder what a red cabrio is. So it doesn't look like any other jobs have come up for this. So what we might do is you can see a whole pile of different areas here. Dagon Cavern and all that type of stuff. What's over here? Bell Rocks. All these places are places to explore. I'm looking at I want to go to I reckon Cavern of Tales down here. I reckon this is where I want to go. So I'm going to set a waypoint for there, and we're going to jump in the boat, seeing as how there's no no jobs that we can do or rescues that we can do at the moment, and we're going to head out there and suss it out. Now, obviously, you've got to keep your eye on fuel and stuff like that. Let's turn our clutch off and we'll cruise out of here. Now, you've got to maintain temperatures on your boat and stuff as well, which is really, really important. They're the nav lights. The nav lights are on at the moment. Let's just throttle up to 100 and pick up some, or full throttle, and pick up some speed. Keep your eye on your RPS. I believe you don't want to go over 20 RPS or something. I think something like that anyway. But you've got to keep a balance of engine temperature, speed. You do have the possibility of actually overheating your engine and causing a fire and causing it to catch on fire. So at the moment I don't have an autopilot programmed in. So although I do have down the bottom there, I do have a GPS sensor, but that's pretty useless for me. So out we go. You can see my exhaust pouring out of there. I probably need to put some catalytic converters on and stuff like that. But now we've got this diving equipment. What I want to do is I want to explore. There's an underwater cavern there, and I really want to explore the underwater cavern. So we'll probably go and do that, I reckon. So we'll head out to that island. As you can see, it's a nice calm day today as opposed to yesterday when I first started the video. So I've just thrown an Aussie flag on the back there. As you can see it all fluttering in the wind there and stuff. But as we go, you know, this is a very basic boat here. It has the ability to tow, and it has the ability to actually, if I show you while we're cruising out there, because we've got relatively calm oceans, these are seats, padded seats. So when we do rescues, we can rescue people in sinking boats or boats on fire or whatever, and we can put them on there and take them to hospital. So you can also have a medical bed as well if you want to. Now be really careful. If you fall off the edge or you fall off the back, you're in a bit of strife, especially if the boat's going like this, because you will never catch up with it. It's either going to be a very, very long swim back or to wherever your boat ends up hitting land. So we're about 11.4 kilometers away. So you can see our fuel at the moment is at 25. So you want to try and get a little bit of efficiency and stuff out of your boat, a bit of fuel efficiency and stuff like that, which is pretty important. So what we're going to do is I will see you guys. You can see that the water's starting to get a little bit choppier now that we're out in sort of deeper water and stuff. There is a megalodon. I've got it turned off in the game, but that will chase you and try and destroy your boat. If you're interested in that type of stuff in your career mode and stuff, but I'm personally not interested in it, so I'm just sort of leaving it as it is. But I will see you guys. Well, that's 10.4 kilometers away now, so I will see you guys when we get over there, and we can go and start exploring this little cave that I found over here when I was messing around the other day. Okay, while we're here, I've got my binoculars out. I was just looking at that island there. One of the other things that you want to keep your eye out for in this game are random crates and chests. And what they do is, if I go into the map, at the moment you can see we've got 34,000 in our account, plus the cost of our boat. And by finding these random chests and stuff, you can actually get a little bit of money for them, which is really, really cool. So when you're out on the map and you're going past islands and stuff, you probably want to keep your eye out for anything like any random crates or anything like that, because they will be handy. I believe you can climb up the top of those as well. So it might be worth going on that island at some point. What we want to do is I want to check that island out, because there's an old castle or something over there. So I'm actually going to head there before we head to our waypoint. I don't believe that's our waypoint. It may be the point that we've got to go. But I think that island there is the one that we've got to go to. Yeah, it's over behind there, I believe. So what we might do though is we might stop there and have a little bit of an explore. Now, I apologise that my first episode we're not doing any rescues or anything like that. My RPS is at 15. My speed's at 17, and my engine temperature's sitting at 24 3/4, so that's pretty good actually. That's not bad. Not bad at all. How are we going fuel-wise? Yep. So we've used about 700 litres to get over here. Yeah, I do apologise that on this first one we're not actually doing any rescues by the looks of it. We're just going to go exploring, but I think exploring is also part of it, and finding those crates and everything is a really, really cool thing to do to help add to the amount of money that you've got. And the more money you have, the more things you can actually build, and the bigger and better things that you can build. So our plan is to work towards building a helicopter. I want to build a bigger boat as well. Just going to bring that throttle right down. I'm hoping that there's not a sandbar through here. I do need to, because you can run aground and get stuck obviously. I do need to find somewhere to... I'll turn that off. I'll put the clutch on. I'll hit reverse. I'll take the clutch off and hope that we can actually slow down a little bit. What we do have to do is we do need to get a we do need to get an anchor on board for this. We do need to build an anchor for this, so there is light up there, you know, just up there, so that should be pretty interesting. Don't know what's happened to my engine. There we go. That's a little bit better. We'll let him work his way there. I don't have an anchor, which can be a bit of a problem, to be honest. But we will build one. You can swim underneath the water, but you do need a diving suit if you stay under there for too long. So what we're going to do is we're going to head up here. I'll put my torch on. Your torch does run out of juice as well. Yeah, it's the island over there that we've got to go to. Your torch does run out of juice as well, so you do have to be pretty careful of that. But let's go in here and have an explore, because I've never seen it before. Look, there's an entranceway here. It's like an old castle, an old castle ground, isn't it? Let's maybe explore around here first, see if we can find any crates. It's like pretty cool. Now there are ways that you can in creative modes and stuff like that that you can actually, there we go, that's what we're looking for. If we collect that, that's given us $10,000 cash, that has. So that's added $10,000 to our, if we go into here, it's added $10,000 to our balance, which is really, really good. You can create, there are ways to be able to create your own buildings and place all of your own buildings and stuff as well. So that's worth keeping in mind. I can't see anything else in here. This is pretty cool actually, isn't it? It's very cool. Very cool. Hopefully our boat's not floating away, because that would be an absolute nightmare. There's a bench seat over there. I'm just wondering whether there's anything else. Now these things randomly spawn on different playthroughs and stuff. They like crates and stuff just randomly spawn, so they're never in the same place. So you're better off if you're out and about to be looking for them, because every cent counts in this game. So there we go. There's nothing else in here, but that was that's all pretty cool, isn't it? It's actually very, very cool. I like it. I like it. Now there could be other crates on the island somewhere. There could be other little nooks that we could go into that might have crates in them, but you know, if we try and maybe get up the top there, which we might be able to, so we'll have a squiz at that as well. There's nothing in there, which is an old guard tower. Can we get up here? I reckon we can. There's some stairs. There we go, and up we go. Just to double check, make sure that there's nothing else in here. I can't see anything. So, all right, back in the boat and back down to where those caves are. Let's just have a quick squiz down there. Over there, can't see anything. Oh, well. All right, back to the boat. All right, guys, we are nearly here. Let's throw this down a little. And we'll drop our speed. So it's on this island that I found this cave. And I just went in to the point where I actually found water. So, and didn't explore any further. Because number one, I thought it'd be good to explore when I'm in career mode. But number two, I didn't have a diving suit on me, so I wasn't sure how much water was in there. Now, I did spot a volcano over there. There is natural disasters in this that you can turn on and off. I've got them turned off at the moment. I actually have them turned off at the moment because I didn't want natural disasters on, so let's just roll into here. I don't want to beach my boat, but then at the same time I kind of don't have an anchor, which is a bit of a problem. So we'll just let him cruise in here a little bit, because if the ocean gets really, really messy while we're in here, then the chances are that that I will most likely lose my boat because it'll float away. So let's just bring that up a little bit and move forward a little bit more. Take that off. Let us move forward just a touch. I believe that lighthouse over there is actually our island, so don't seem to be getting any speed from this. Right, we might leave it at that, hey? Fuel levels down a little bit. Let's chuck that on. Let's turn off our lights there. And I do have some deck lights on here as well. So let's not jump in there. Let's actually get back up the ladder. There we go. Come on, up you go. And we'll grab, how's our torch going? Our torch is good. We've got a first aid kit. Let's equip our diving equipment. And what I don't want to do is use up my diving equipment until such time as we get into this island. I thought the boat was floating away. Then it's just the tide. Let's run over here, and this is the cave over here. Now I haven't visited it in this play, so there should be a couple of chests here for us to collect. But then there we go. There's one. $7,000 cash. But inside this cavern here, it goes in, and then from here there's another one over there, and then we basically hit water just down there. I think this one's a chest. That's got 7,500 cash in it. So it's just a matter of sort of keeping your eye out and just making sure you sort of check everything, every little nook and cranny, because there's probably more here, because they are pretty difficult to find at times. Let's head down in here. Let's see how far we can go down, shall we? Maybe I should have slept. Okay, down we go. I don't know what's down here. And we're kind of going a little bit blind, aren't we? That's the top. I believe that's the top of this hole. So if we go here, can we go through here? Is there something through here? It looks like there might be. Got to keep our eye on our diving suit as well. Can't seem to find anything here. I thought there might have actually been something down here, but we're kind of at a point where there's not, aren't we? Here we go. No, that's all wall there. What's up here? Or is this this is actually where we came in? Okay, maybe we'll go and sleep for the night and see if we can sort of come back a little bit in a little bit. So, okay, we have slept for the night. Let's head back up here. It was actually pretty well morning by the time. Oh crap, you idiot! It was actually pretty well morning by the time we got up here. Let's close that door. We'll go and grab our diver's suit. And we'll equip that. We'll run off the top of the boat. And we'll head back in and we'll see if we can actually see inside this cavern and see if there's anything below the ground. Because I'm really interested to see if there is. I'm hoping that seeing as how it's daylight that we'll have a little bit more light to see. So we'll see what happens. Where are we? Let's scoot across here. That's where we found that first crate. And you can see it's a little bit lighter inside the cavern as well, which is really, really cool. There we go. So there was definitely nothing else here. What I'm interested in is whether it's light enough down here to see now. There we go. Oh, yes, there is. There's a couple of spots down here, isn't there? By the looks of it. There's this one over here, which we might be able to go through, and then there's one down there which goes deeper. So I just don't want to go so deep that I run out of that I actually run out of diving stuff. Which way do we go? Well, I'm going to go this way and swim towards this hole here. And just see if there's anything. Is there any point in having my flashlight on? Probably hinders us a little. So how are we going with our air in our diving suit? Not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, so we're getting around the corner here. I'm hoping that there's a little spot around here with air in it. Or that somewhere at the bottom of all of this is going to be some big super prize or something like that. So I just need to remember where I go, because once you die in career mode, you die. That's pretty well it. How we doing? We're doing all right. It may just be bringing us around in a loop. There's a possibility because we're going up again, so. Big caverns. Very big caverns. Interesting. I think we've swum quite a... Oh, no, we've got like... If we keep going left, and then if we go left, then when we come back out, we go right. Just don't want to... There's a spot up there that we can have a bit of a breather in. Wonder what's up there, and then there's a spot down there as well. Pretty crazy that you can actually get down here and explore this type of stuff though, and see what's happening. Okay, this is definitely a cavern. We swim through here. I don't know whether there's anything else down here. It doesn't look like there is. It looks like this is about it. there's another hole here. Do we keep going? Do we keep going? I don't know. It's a little bit hard to determine, isn't it? So I'm going to head back because I'm still not halfway on my diving on my apparatus, but on my air supply. But I've got it stuck in my head, left, straight ahead, and then right. I need to follow through with that. So I'll see you guys when we get back to the boat. All right, let's get back in the boat. Maybe other stuff over there as well. All right, let's have a squiz on the map because we did sleep before we went in there. Is there anything? As you can see here, this is the world at the moment. There's this hot desert and industrial area down here with all the properties for sale. We're up on an island here. There's a main island there, and then there's a lot of ice and stuff up there. But at the moment, other than yellow fishing boat requiring help and transport a red cabrio, then I can't see anything else. So we're going to head back to the yard, and we're going to have a look at probably doing an anchor and stuff, but I think that'll be in the next episode. But I'll see you when I move back to the yard, guys. Okay, back at the yard. I probably should have taken that waypoint off as well. It is nearly night time, as you can see, but what we're probably going to do is in the next episode well, hopefully there'll be some rescues that we can do. I might change, there might be a way I can change the frequency of those coming up as well. But we're going to look at putting an anchor on that boat because there's been a couple of times when I've been testing things out and I've stopped at an island that my boat has floated away. But this is the hangar here, and this is a workbench where we can actually build ourselves helicopters and aircraft and stuff like that. So that's going to be pretty cool. And as we earn more money and build more things, we can do more jobs, some transport jobs and all of that type of stuff. But looking forward to doing a helicopter at some point in time. I will see you guys. Thank you so much for watching this episode, and I will see you all in the next episode. I hope that you've enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and sorry again that there was no rescues, but we did get to do a little bit of exploration. So thanks for that, guys. I will catch you all next time. Bye.